On March 16th, Mayor de Blasio ordered that all restaurants close except for takeout and delivery, and that immediately hit my family's restaurants really hard. My father owns 5 restaurants in New York City. They're all called Tarlucci Vino, and he had to close 4 out of his 5 restaurants and lay off 95 of his 102 employees.
They announced closing the day before St. Patrick's Day. St. Patrick's Day is clearly our busiest day of the year. Given no notice, we had thousands of pounds of corned beef on hand. We had barrels and barrels of Guinness on hand. And that, the corned beef isn't something you're going to save, so that's gone. So it was a major hit for us.
There was so much uncertainty. We said there's a big possibility we're not going to have a summer season. That's our biggest season. So already having a seasonal business is extremely hard in the city.
March was, a lot of information flying around, a lot of lack of information, a lot of confusion, a lot of uncertainty. And so every day just sort of felt like a roller coaster of trying to figure out what to do next.
We have many, many friends who went through COVID diagnosis, some of which were in ICU for several days.
At that point, we had a friend reach out, and she said, I really want to help your guys' restaurants. Can I order some food, but can you please deliver it to an emergency room in the city? After we saw the reaction from the people who received the food, we thought that it would be amazing to expand what we were doing. We launched the website for Feed the Frontlines NYC in about 18 hours. I was working on it with one of my friends from college, and as soon as we launched it, the donations started pouring in because I think people immediately saw that this was a win-win. You could help keep restaurants afloat during this really difficult time while they were shutting down, but also get food to people, get food to the New Yorkers who needed it most.
And then, of course, this Feed the Frontlines campaign came along, and that was wildly helpful for us. And really, during one of our toughest couple of weeks, that really carried us.
I reached out to the folks at Feed the Frontlines. I sent Luca, Ian, Isabella an email saying, hey, we'd love to partner with you if you have an opportunity in Queens, if you're looking to expand. And we got to deliver meals there, hundreds and hundreds of meals to Elmhurst Hospital.
Over time that's shifted to feeding more food insecure people, people who are having trouble getting meals. And, that's been great. We've fed a lot of this community.
So that's what got us through the early months. It really is. We probably wouldn't have made it. We applied for all the federal help that you could get. But even those programs were designed to last for 8 weeks. We're 7 months in, 8 weeks ain't cutting it.
So a big part of why we've been successful for 132 years is because we focus on our neighborhoods, and when times are tough is when it's even more important for us to step up.
There's an enormous need. So that's, I feel like, as part of the industry, that's the instinct. You're gonna take care of people, so we can provide. This is our role. This is our role. How do we do it?
We've always been about giving back to our community. That's what we've always done here. It's why people will support us so much. Which is why I think Feed the Frontlines welcomed us in, because Luca told me Ian did some research on us, and if you do some research on us, you're gonna see that's who we are. Never mind the fact that it's helped the restaurant survive, which is critical, but the experience itself has been incredibly rewarding.
People on the outside often say, oh, I see that you're doing this is great, and you're doing that, but honestly, we are doing so much to keep the lights on, and we love what we're doing, and we feel grateful, but it takes so much more effort to do that. There's a big possibility that we would not be here if it weren't for Feed the Frontlines, to be honest.
Right now, we're facing another incredibly difficult period. These restaurants are facing imminent shutdowns again because the virus is spiking again, and so they're all going to be holding on for dear life, and that's why it's more important now than ever to step up and support these amazing small businesses that have been feeding their communities this whole time, that have been keeping their people employed, and that really just want to see the other side of this crisis.